What's up, YouTube? We are back for a second edition of ALG TV. Thanks for everybody that subscribed, liked, commented, and shared on the last video. We have the Charlie Kirk identity issue that's going on with the guy that was captured. So we're going to jump right into it. This is a poetic Flaco. We're going to do a reaction to his video. So let's jump right into it.
Into our timelines to do mental gymnastics to push whatever agenda or propaganda they're looking to push. They provided more footage showing how the shooter was able to escape. As you can see him, he's running off the roof. Now, when he gets
look at that right
to
there.
the edge of the roof.
Y'all can see that right there. If you look right at the corner of the video, you will be able to see, look right at the corner.
Gets to the edge of the roof, he then hops off. And when he hops off, I didn't see too many people running frantically, especially for an active shooting situation. But once he was able to hop off, he was then able to assimilate because he begins to walk normally once.
So if you look at that right there, you can see the guy hop off the side of the building. And the way he did it, you could tell he was an amateur. The guy didn't have, this was something that he thought of right then and there. He put no plan to that as far as to go scope the scene, see what's going on. He didn't have no way for him to get down fast. What if they was alerted to him? What if somebody was behind him? So you could tell that this was a dolo mission. He did this on his own. So let's jump back into the video.
Cars begin to roll by. I guess you don't want to be caught running when cars are driving by, because then they would suspect something suspicious is happening. So he pretty much, starts walking normally, was able to get to the sidewalk and then cross the street where I believe, or where they claim he then
you can see him right there by the trees. You can see him by the trees. You can see him by the tree. He walking through. He just exited out. He's running. And no, he walked. He walked.
His name is
wow. His name is Tyler Robertson, 22 years old. And this guy preached so much about how black people were violent and how we were violent-natured and lazy, and that, you know, we were better off in the 40s. He made all types
American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is
you don't
worse
think
than it has been
that
in the last
affected
80 years.
the generational?
Where did we learn this from? You know, even though we are indigenous people, some of us was brought over here, but you know, we were taught violence by y'all. You know, that's how y'all was able to do the Thanksgiving thing where y'all affect them with smallpox and all that type of stuff. You feel me? So we're gonna censor it for YouTube. I'm new to YouTube. I don't know what their stuff is. So let's get back into this.
For 4 years or 8 semesters.
So he just got a scholarship to a prestigious school.
Congratulations, you have been selected to receive the
I'm gonna rewind that and put that up here for y'all right now.
Utah State University. The value of this scholarship is approximately $32,000. This scholarship
That's crazy, man. That go to show you right there. You feel me? This is a guy that has an education. Not only does he have an education, he received a prestigious education offered to Ohio State University. So, you know, that's a great school. And I'm just interested to hear why he did this, why he chose to go that route when it comes to the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. Like, let's go. So we're going to get right back into this thing.
JJ and convince him that Charlie Kirk is his enemy and he's trying to destroy people who look like him? Come on. Now, the story of how Tyler got caught, to me, is a little bit more entertaining than what Tyler identifies as, but we'll get back to what Tyler identifies as, and we'll address the culture war currently going on Twitter surrounding Tyler's identity. But apparently, Tyler got caught because, well, Tyler turned himself in. So Tyler went back home. I'm assuming he ain't have nowhere to go, which also, too, bruh, kind of shows how really unplanned this was. You had a 3-day
start. Again, I said the same thing. This was definitely unplanned. This was some spoiled rich white kid that, you know, felt like he had to take matters into his own hands. We see this all the time. This right here again is WITE privilege. This is what you're seeing. He felt like he had the authority to make this decision based on how he felt about how this man felt. Should he have been ridiculed in public? This is Charlie Kirk I'm speaking about. Yes. Should he have been taught ish to people like me who has no filter? Yes. But did he deserve to die? No. I never feel like someone deserves to die over the way that they feel. We are not God. We should not try to be God. We should let God handle situations like that. And many say that he did. Some say that it was works of the other side. That's up for you to decide. Drop it down in the comments. Who would you say? Was this karma or was this just some crazed kid? Let's go.
And you ain't out the country yet, and nobody knows that you did it, so you could have taken a flight and got out of Dodge quickly. But apparently Tyler went back home and told his father, hey, I did it. And what the father did afterwards really helped the FBI save their behind and lead to an arrest.
But as we await that, CB Cotton's working her story,
All
her
right, right
sources on the ground there on this story as well.
FBI
She is
update.
also live on the campus there, Orem, Utah. And
Trump
CB, what do you have
says
for
the
us?
suspect. So that's what we're looking at right here, the FBI update. Let's get it.
Orem, Utah. And CB, what do you have for us?
Let's get it, get it.
Hey, Bill, good morning. So as we just heard from colleague David Spunt, the suspect has now been identified as Tyler Robinson, and we are hoping to learn more about who this person is at this news conference. But we heard this morning President Trump seemed to suggest that a person close to Tyler turned him in. What I'm hearing from one federal source, I just got a note from, is that...
Y'all see that right there? Sometimes it be the ones closest to you. You see it, he said his own father turned him in, but would you have did the same if your child had committed a crime, something like this, and such as heinous as this? We're not going to take nothing away from that. Would you turn him in? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments.
This
Let's
suspect's
go.
father turned him in last night in southern Utah. And all of these moving parts come as the FBI made a huge push yesterday for more information, asking the public, come forward if you recognize this person. And after that big push from the FBI, you know, it seemed like things were moving here on the ground. We had a news conference that got pushed back several times yesterday. We also heard the president explain again how the timeline of this. He said a minister here in Utah who was friends with a U.S. Marshal got involved. And at that point, the father was contacted. And again, I'm hearing from a federal source that it was Tyler Robinson's father who turned.
So they said that they heard from a federal source that Tyler's father was the one that turned him in. So let's just jump back into this. This is interesting.
Who turned in his son. We saw that new video yesterday, chilling, showing the gunman moving quickly across the roof and then dropping one story down before running through the parking lot. And we also learned from the FBI that the shooter then discarded the gun in a wooded area. We also got those newly released surveillance pictures of the shooter, giving us an up-close look at the shooter's face.
Almost from day one, this was a culture war. From the second that we found out that Charlie Kirk was dead, people erupted. The culture war erupted. It went from pray for Charlie Kirk, condolences to the family, to all right, bro, let's get to war. It's a civil war. The leftists are evil. They're murdering us. You even had people like Steven Crowder, who was dog whistling that a prominent left.
Definitely calling for retaliation. I see right-wingers, and that's exactly what this is. This is looking like they trying to turn this into a civil war. Y'all can't let these people trick y'all, man. Their whole agenda is to divide and conquer. If they can keep us distracted, if they can keep us against each other, if they can keep the lower class fighting, we'll never have time to come up. You feel me? Like, it's always been a trick, and it always will be. It's up to us to see attacks like this. How do we know that either side even had anything to do with it? These people are smart. They watching. They see what's going on. They could have sit that in and did that themselves just to spark this type of reaction, people. Pay attention to what's going on. Be informed. Let's go.
Personality should suffer the same fate. This was insane. Like, it was getting out of control, and it's still getting out of control. But now that Tyler has been identified as the shooter, in a weird way, is common tension. Now, is leading tension in another direction to where the blame game is happening, but it at least has calm tension.
Man, Flaco, shut your big funky ass up, boy. Let's go to the next one. Let's go shout out to Flaco, though. You know, yeah, with funky ass. All right, let's see.
Will drastically dictate the outcome and the direction we go as a nation. So clearly the blame game is happening, right? You can see the Black Tucker Carlson he posted, Tyler Robinson, white boy, right-wing Republican, wealthy family, born and raised in Utah. But on the other hand, you have...
So you see it right there. They just broke it down and showed you from his profile. It shows that he is a right-wing Republican. So the Democrats are feeling like, it's up. You feel me? So this is what I'm saying. Yo, we should not be getting involved in this in any kind of way. You and me. These laws were never written to protect any one of us, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be careful because we're on YouTube. I know that, but let's go back and read it. We were diagnosed as second-class citizens. Second-class citizens said that we will never be a part of the United States of America, brother. You would be fooling yourself to believe that this is something that we should be involved in. You know what I'm saying? They don't get involved. I mean, they do get involved in our politics. You feel me? But we jump into we need to figure out how to come together so that we can hold a spot in, Congress and big positions that we can actually make things happen for us. Because we got blacks and people up there in positions of power, but they whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? They still doing what's best for the other side because they like, I'm getting paid. It's all a money thing. When we get real caring people into positions of government that actually care about the legislation body, that cares about the people, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when we will see some change. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's go. Let's get right back into this. What's up, Slow Flaco?
Combat the narrative that Tyler Robinson was a conservative or a Republican. Now, the smoking gun that most liberals are currently posting are people who are on the left. They're posting his donation to Trump, which is $224. Usually somebody who's like a hard leftist ain't really donating to Trump. But again, this was like while he was still in high school. He was 18 years old. He was a high school senior when he did this. But the other thing that people ain't talking about, he also donated $30 around the same time to a left-leaning political organization as well. So if he donated to the left-leaning political organization...
And listen to how they break this down. You see how they say left wing, right wing? That's like culturalism in Africa. I looked at a high thesis about that, where they compare culturalism to gangs in Africa and in the United States. Look at that. This is a gang, bro. You can't tell me nothing else. They got classifications, they got colors, they got signs, they got symbols. This is where we get it from. Y'all, just like Tupac said, the hate you gave me. Like, y'all give us this stuff, and then turn around and try to point the blame at us for the start of it. Everything good y'all take from us and say y'all did it. You feel me? And then when we do stuff bad, y'all try to remix it and make it look like, oh, it derived from them. No, it came from y'all. I mean, look, it's right here.
2 months before you donated
right
to Trump.
Come on.
Then that kind of goes to show, okay, where did his belief lie, And why was this kid at 18 years old just donating money to a political organization? That's not really something that most 18-year-olds do, right? Like, that's not like...
So Flaco is saying, like, why is this 18-year-old kid donating money to these political organizations already? Because I might have took you off course a little bit with, giving my thought, but let's get back. So they're saying that that's suspicious in itself anyway. Like, why didn't that trigger or,
That's not really something that most 18-year-olds do, right? Like, that's not like a common practice. Like, an 18-year-old don't take hundreds of dollars and donate it to political organizations. So to me, like, that was odd within the first place. So Ian Maushong says, everyone who falsely reported that Charlie Kirk's assassin was a registered Republican is now deleting their post. Don't let them forget their lies. And apparently this right here is what he's using as the proof.
So they were saying that at first that it was one of his own people that took him out. They was trying to say that it was a Republican that took Charlie Kirk out. So the Republicans are trying to say, there goes y'all theory with that. But look, this is what I'm saying. Until we all see that we are all children of God and that God is the only thing that matters, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep having problems like this. This is when you find man going and playing God games. This is how we end up with situations like this. Like, we should not be separated and fractured off. We all came from the Creator. This is your world just like it is mine. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, and there must be infrastructure. Yes, there must be sectors. Yes, there must be rule or there would be anarchy. I get that. But when you got a group of people that manipulate and take and bend laws to only forefront their section or their group of people, that's where the wrong kick in at. Now, that's manipulation. That's giving something that God gave you and using it for your own gain and good. Come on, man.
right? So you will have somebody right here who's also part of the left, and they'll say, not black, not trans, not Muslim, not an immigrant, not a Democrat. Meet Charlie Kirk, assassin Tyler Robinson, a white Christian conservative.
So look, they just said it right there. He's not a black, he's not a trans, he's not a Muslim, he's not an immigrant, he's not a Democrat. Meet Charlie Kirk, assassinator. Tyler Robinson, a white Christian, Caucasian, Republican male with a gun. Again, because you were trying to say all of these bad things about trans. You were saying all these bad things about Muslims. You were saying all of these bad things about immigrants. You were saying all of this bad stuff about Democrats. And here it is, one of your very own. And what did he use? A firearm, which you heavily talked about. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show that these people be having these philosophies and these theories about people that they don't even know. Like, bro, really stop trying to look at it from a white man point of view and actually look at it from the point of view of a brother, without the negative thoughts that took place before you even try it. You know what I'm saying? You already going into it looking negatively. Yeah, you did your work. Yeah, you studied, but you already was looking for all the negatives. You were never trying to find good, Charlie Kirk. You feel me? So let's go.
Conservative Republican male with a gun.
I really feel like, Charlie Kirk definitely believed in God. I would say that. He definitely believed in God, but this is the thing though. It's impossible for him to really... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because we all go through our struggles. We all have our own walks with life and with God. You know what I'm saying? So that's not up for me to decide whether he believed in him or not. But what I am going to say is that he has said things that would lead people to believe that he doesn't, because these are people you are talking about, Charlie Kirk. This is not some accident you did or some crime you committed. These are people's lives. That's why I believe we will be judged by the contents of our heart, man. Like, I would never want to see somebody hurting. I would never want to intentionally have to unalive somebody. Like, it's just not in me, bro. Like, I don't, it's nothing cool about doing it. I don't see where the cool factor come in. I mean, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? So drop down in the comments if you feel like that street stuff it's getting played out, bro. I done been there. I done done it. It's getting played out, bro. Like, people are getting smart, bro.
With conservative parents. But I do believe that once Tyler got to college and he got the opportunity to find himself, to do some introspection, he found a crowd that fits him. He found a crowd that he believes he best identifies with. And I do believe that Tyler found himself, that Tyler, came out as LGBTQ. Now his parents is Mormon, so they probably did not.
So they saying that Tyler was LGBTQ, or however you say it, or whatever, and they saying that his parents were Mormons and they didn't accept his lifestyle. So he finally found a group of people who he felt, he fit in with. And that's why we need to lead these people to God. Like, that's why when these stragglers get lost, instead of, because everybody not like you, that's why you gonna pay for the sins of your brothers. You feel me? Because, like, instead of y'all leading him to God or leading him to a hospital or something where he needed to be because he was obviously mentally ill, like, y'all fill their head up with nonsense and get them to do the dirty work that y'all can't do yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, those who know what I'm talking about. But, like, it's just sad. It's just sad.
Grew a foundation of what he believed his identity was. He made friends who were probably LGBTQ. He himself was probably LGBTQ. And I do believe that after 4 years of being in college, that Tyler was no longer that 18-year-old Second Amendment toting hard right conservative, and that he probably at the very least was now in the middle, was now unaffiliated.
I just want to know what y'all think, man. Thank y'all for rocking out with me, man. This was actually a good one, Flaco. I actually enjoyed this one, even though I really don't too much care for your Boston baked bean head ass. You feel me, though? But we'll discuss that in person. You feel me, though? But I just feel like, no, people should not be going around bashing this man because he was unalive. I totally disagree with that. I don't play with the dead. I leave the unalive. You feel me? They are no longer here. Yes, you can do things to affect after you gone. And that's what we seeing here. We seeing the ripple effect of the actions he took while he was here, going throughout the cosmos. You feel me? So, I just think that this should be lessons for other people who are coming up thinking of taking the Charlie Kirk route. You feel me? Like, it's not just the color that are getting under, you know what I'm saying? So who's the real enemy? If it ain't just us who can't speak up for us, when y'all try to do it, y'all get smacked too. Yeah. Okay. Lego.
Dressed like I'm 22, flow like I'm 19. Tom Brady of this rapping, baby. Going on my 7th ring. Lock me in the cage, a nigga going on his 7th spring. Hungry as a hostage, got me grubbing on my 7th wing. Wake up, I can't sleep at night. Going on my 7th dream. LeBron trying to chase the ring. Going on my 13. Hopped off the porch with that torch, I was 13. Always said he made a meal. Now that nigga serving dreams. That young nigga grimy. Get you for a pint of lean. Tried it out the wrong hood. Now they got him swerving beams. Nigga never learned this lesson off them in his early teens. Play the ground like a hog. Heat like the early spring. Creep up in your hotel. Now I'm coming for that cream. Make your ass jump out your sleep like that early rain. 40 put hair on your nuts like that early teen. God said switch it up. Now you at the pearly things. God please let me in. Let me get them pearly wings. Nah, little demon, heard you really like them worldly things. Make a nigga slide down your block like I'm serving fiends. Make a nigga stretch your ass out like a murder scene. See a king, call me Lord. Can't you see I got them rings? Can't see where they coming from, but I know you heard them pings. God tried to wake you up. Know your ass heard them rings. Till your ass fried over beef like it's Burger King. I bet you never heard a burger scream. Off and off the hip like it's warning how I curve them things. Morgan Freeman hitman. Can't you see I work them strings? Place me in the boxes like Holstein. Wu-Tang Clan for the cream. I just want the dream. Move the shit from Jersey to Brooklyn. I control the team. AOG army of God. It's a soldier thing. Make a nigga soldier clap your block. It's a know your thing. Everybody wanna play the pop. You gotta